Right, so this is gonna be a simple video because I'm bored and I figured I would do something like that. I'm away from the computer, but I wanted to make a video anyway. Playing squad, obviously. Uh, let's talk about the basics of my gameplay. And if you've watched my videos before, you'll know that I'm always talking about making the big flanking moves to avoid the other team. But I always try. Let's go through the basics of my gameplay. Logi trucks. I don't like the shitbox logis, the armored logis. They're too slow. I like to move fast with the logis because my philosophy is that a fast-moving logi and offensive habs will win you the game. And I always focus on build, so I can build 3 habs, and then ammo comes secondary. So if it's a smaller logi, I try and get in 2 habs or focus on making sure that you have enough build to get the hab and ammo crates and what have you, and ammunition is secondary. This is of course for conventional armies where the hab costs 500 and stuff like that, but I focus on build 1800 in the logi truck and 1200 ammo, because the habs is what wins you the game. And this is a game I played recently on Mutaha. I recorded it and I will probably make a proper video about it. But it kind of highlights my philosophy. You have our first point, not our first point, but one of our points is up here. We begin up here and then the points go down here. I always go with the back cap, with the logi. Because in far too many games, the entire team just rushes for the mid cap on the map for whatever reason, and you don't have anyone doing the back cap, right? So I always prioritize back capping to ensure that it actually happens, no matter what. The people are, I want you to make a hab over here. No, I ignore that. I secure the back cap, even if another team is doing it. If I have the logi and a full squad, I'm helping out with the back cap, making sure it happens. So in this particular game, we end up at this position, and the team is down here, as usual on Mutaha, fighting the other team. And we actually have another squad with a logi, and they help with the cap here, and they actually build this first hab. I intended to build a hab here. I did mark out the radio position up here, and the other squad went up here and put the radio down here. Why did I want the radio up here? So one radio does not block the entire mid-island. If you place a radio further south, one radio will block the entire island and you're screwed. You don't have any options, basically. So radio to the north and then a hab in the vicinity of the point. If you want to place the habs and radios next to each other or far away, personal choice, personal opinion, people argue back and forth, it doesn't matter. The point is to have a hab and radio that works in the current location that you've chosen. And then I actually do what I always do. Then the next point comes up here. There's a big fight here. This is the meat grinder that I'm always talking about. The other team is pushing up into the middle. Our team is pushing into the middle, and everyone is wasting tickets here, and nothing gets done. It's just, they're trying to headbutt their way onto every point. And I realize, like every other game, this is happening. So I tell my squad to, on foot, move down here to secure this point. Because, they're nerds. They've played first-person shooters before. They don't need me to guide them onto the point. I just tell them, go down here. And since I realize that the layer will continue southward, I ask, and this is what I usually do, I ask one guy to get into the logi, at which point I move over here and wait to see where the layers are going, how it plays out and stuff like that. And it ends up, we take this point and there's another point here and there's a big fight. And this is when the other team starts to tell us, we need a hab here, we need a hab here. Do not move a Logi into the center here. If you move a Logi into the meat grinder, there's a huge chance it will be destroyed, taken out, wiped out, and you lose the Logi, you lose the hab, the radio, everything. Avoid placing habs in the meat grinder coming in from the main angle of attack here. So what I do at this point, now we know that the point is over here. This is the fight. This is where both teams are now just pouring into players, assets, tickets are wasted. At this point, and we also hear a Logi come up here, we know the other team is building a hab up here. I only have one guy, I can't do much about it, but I let the team know that this is the case. Now, I move down south, come in behind the other team, move up here, and this is where I place the hab, or rather, it's up here, sorry, in town. Now we are behind the front line. A couple of squads can spawn in behind the other team, attack the point, and take out the enemy habs in between, or the enemy hab in between. So we take that point, and as it happens, the next point is down here. We have a attack hab in place, and we can just move on and take it. Now, I tell my squad to just keep attacking these points in turn. Meanwhile, I have relocated the Logi away from the radio, so we hide it. I then move up here to the bridge and keep an eye on the river. The squad is moving on its own. I'm just telling them, go here, go there, do this and that. Because they're nerds, computer nerds. They know how to play first-person shooters. You don't need to treat this as a milsim, right? If you want to go down hardcore milsim, this is not the game for you. Just tell them where to go and they will deal with it. You can then do other stuff, driving a Logi, keeping an eye on a flank, communicating with the other team and what have you. Trust your squad mates to be able to play first-person shooters. Just unleash them onto the point and let them go Battlefield 6 all day long. And so I keep an eye on the river here. I realize they're not pushing across for whatever reason. We know there's a hab here, but they're not attacking the point up here. When we are about to capture this point, I then move down to the Logi and move over here, or get ready to move over here, because I realize there's going to be a new point somewhere. It ends up down here at the river and the bridge, and I think I actually move up and pick up a guy, ask him, one of the squad mates, get into the Logi, we're going to build a new hab, and again, move out on the flank. We have a new meat grinder, because that is what the squad players always do, and both teams are now stuck in the fight between these 2 points. I move up behind the other team, set up a hab, and we realize that the enemy has a hab here, and that's the point. And from this attack hab, we can now engage the enemy hab and engage the point, and we keep on rolling, and we, in the end, win the game. So this is the basic premise. Outmaneuver the other team. I mean, you need this meat grinder. It's if you want to go down milsim, this is fire and maneuver, right? If you want to be talking milsim, this is where you have the fire element, and this is the maneuver element. So here you have suppression and pinning the enemy in place, and this is where you do the maneuver, outflank maneuver to attack the enemy from a different angle and come up and overcome the enemy. If you want to keep it milsim-y, I guess. Take a look at this brilliant map I've done, and yada yada. But this is essentially comes down to every game of squad I play. Outmaneuver the meat grinder, come up behind the enemy, place hab. So in this game, I did it twice, and it allowed us to overcome the points and the enemy habs. It kept the team moving. The team was constantly asking for habs in the middle. That's a death sentence, rarely accomplishes anything. Keep moving on the flanks. Sometimes you will run into the occasional enemy vehicle that will fuck you up. Yes, it's gonna happen. But still, more often than not, you will be able to move around, get a hab close to the enemy point, and start the attack. Focus on build, focus on the habs. Habs will win you the game. On, noob-friendly servers. So have Logis with build, move the Logis on the flanks on the maps away from the other team, come in behind, set up shop behind the other team, attack the points, and go after their habs and what have you. That is essentially it. And like I said, tell the squad where to go, let them do their thing, and then you as a squad leader, you can do other stuff. You can make a Logi run and resupply a hab. You can go back to main, pick up more build in case you need a defensive hab, and be active with the Logis. Let your squad do their thing. You don't need to be with them. Do two things at once. Tell the squad what to do and then do something else that helps the team, right? So that is the basic philosophy. Focus on build, use fast-moving Logis, do flanking moves so that you don't drive Logis straight into the fight. Do not continuously resupply habs with 10,000 build and 10,000 ammo. It doesn't help the team. It just means you end up with a Logi stuck in the middle and no one's using it. Have a plan for Logi. Maneuver. Let your squad do their thing while you're doing your thing to help the team. And more often than not, that will help you win the game. Right? Anyway, that's it. See you around.